You know the feeling. You do everything right, get a full 8 hours of sleep, but you still wake up feeling completely exhausted. And you're probably wondering why that happens, especially when some people seem to thrive on just 5 hours. Well, you're in the right place. Let's get into the real reason.
Seriously? Does this hit close to home? You clock in what's supposed to be the perfect amount of sleep, maybe even more, but you wake up feeling like you've barely slept a wink. And then you see your coworker, just buzzing with energy after what seems like a quick nap. So what's their secret?
Now, you might chalk it up to just pure luck, or maybe they have some kind of genetic superpower that lets them function on less sleep. But honestly, for most of us, that's not the real story at all. The real answer, the secret sauce, is found where psychology and sleep science meet. And once you really get these principles, you can totally transform your relationship with sleep. So let's break it all down.
All right, first things first, and this is probably the biggest mindset shift you need to make. We have to stop obsessing over the number of hours we spend in bed. Here's the crucial part. Your brain doesn't actually count hours. Nope, it counts sleep cycles.
So what in the world is a sleep cycle? Well, think of it like a 90-minute program that your brain runs over and over again each night. And completing these cycles, not just logging hours, that's the real goal of a good night's sleep.
And inside each of those 90-minute cycles, there are 2 stages that are absolutely critical. First, you've got deep sleep. This is for your body. It's when you physically repair muscles and strengthen your immune system. Then you have REM sleep. This is for your mind. It's where you process emotions, lock in memories, and even boost creativity.
But what happens when that perfect cycle gets broken? Well, things like stress, a late afternoon coffee, or scrolling on your phone in bed, they all interrupt this delicate process. Psychologists call this fragmented sleep, and it's a huge problem because it stops you from getting enough of that vital deep and REM sleep.
And this is where that huge disconnect happens. After 8 hours of fragmented, interrupted sleep, your body might feel kind of rested, sure, but your brain, it never got the deep recovery it desperately needed. That is the source of that morning fog. That's why you feel so heavy and unfocused.
Okay, so if quality is the name of the game, how do we get it? This brings us to our second point. You have to master your sleep timing. This is all about working with your body's internal clock, not against it.
And your secret weapon for this is your circadian rhythm. You've probably heard of it. It's your internal 24-hour clock that pretty much runs the show, especially your sleep-wake cycle. It's incredibly powerful, but it needs one thing from you: routine.
See, when your sleep schedule is all over the map, your brain gets really confused about when it's supposed to release melatonin. That's the hormone that makes you sleepy. But when you have a consistent sleep and wake time, and yeah, I mean, even on the weekends, you're training your brain. It learns the pattern, melatonin starts flowing right on schedule, and bam, you fall asleep faster and wake up feeling way fresher. It's like building trust with your brain.
You know that feeling when your alarm clock rips you out of a dream and you feel completely out of it? That groggy, almost painful zombie-like state actually has a name. It's called sleep inertia, and it happens when your alarm goes off in the middle of a deep stage of sleep. Which brings us to one of the most practical, game-changing tips in this whole explainer. I want you to remember this number, 90. The 90-minute rule is your secret key to avoiding that awful zombie feeling in the morning. So instead of just aiming for a random number like 8 hours, aim to wake up at the end of a 90-minute cycle. That means you should target 4.5 hours of sleep, or 6 hours, or 7.5. Waking up between cycles helps your brain transition smoothly into being alert. Seriously, try it. Your energy will feel completely different. That's biology working for you.
Okay, so we've got our timing down, but how do we actually make sure we can fall asleep when we want to? Well, that leads us right into our third point, creating a power-down routine. You have to give your brain clear signals that the day is over and that it's safe to rest.
And here's a super simple, easy-to-remember way to do it. It's called the 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours before bed, no more big meals, because digestion keeps your body awake and active. 2 hours before bed, stop all work, stop problem solving. And then 1 hour before bed, no screens. Seriously, that blue light from your phone or TV actively blocks your brain from making melatonin.
Now, this isn't just about feeling relaxed. There's real science happening here. A routine like this helps your brain waves shift from the active, alert beta waves down to the relaxed alpha waves. And that's the state where sleep happens naturally. You're basically creating the perfect runway for a great night's sleep. We've now mastered how to get high-quality sleep. But you know what? The process doesn't end when your alarm goes off. What you do in the first 10 minutes after waking up can totally set the tone for your energy levels for the entire day.
Probably the most powerful thing you can do is get some direct morning sunlight. I mean it. Step outside, leave your phone behind, and just let the light hit your face. This light triggers the release of serotonin, which boosts your mood and focus, and it sends a powerful signal to your body clock, resetting it for the day ahead. Honestly, it can be even better than coffee. And hey, want to supercharge that morning reset? Try adding some quick movement, like a few jumping jacks, or just splash some cold water on your face. This kickstarts your nervous system and releases natural energy boosters like dopamine. You'll feel that morning fog just melt away in minutes.
All right, let's bring this all home with our final and maybe most important point, a complete mindset shift. It's time to stop thinking about sleeping more and start thinking about sleeping smarter.
This is so important. We live in this hustle culture that often treats sleep like it's a weakness or just wasted time. But it is the exact opposite. Sleep isn't weakness. It is your brain's high-performance recovery mode. It's an active, essential process for being at your best.
When you get that high-quality, cyclical sleep we've been talking about, you're not just resting. You are actively restoring your mind. It sharpens your focus, it regulates your mood and your emotions, and it makes you a much better decision maker.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? Stop chasing more hours. Start chasing better cycles. Because when you finally give your brain the high-quality, restorative rest it was designed for, your mind becomes truly unstoppable.